don't know who the Gentiles were. They don't know that the Gentiles were what? The lost tribes of the house of Israel. Did not the Lord
sheep
say?
Not of this fold.
Did not the Lord say, I come only to save the lost tribes of Israel? We're not adding no words to this. The Bible says what it says.
Well, we're going to get going, you guys.
Let me give you one scripture.
One part of scripture.
One part of
This is 1 John 5 and 10. He that believeth on the Son of the Most High hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not the record that the Most High gave of
He
his
that
Son.
believeth not the record, this is the record that the Most High gave of his Son, including Revelation, where it describes what he looked like.
He that believeth not the Most High hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record the Most High gave of his Son.
So you gotta believe the record. The record states that his feet were like brass burned in a furnace.
And that Bible is the record.
The Lord looked like this brother. He was this brother's complexion.
Yeah, dark, real dark. You gotta remember, the darker you are is a sign of royalty, man. It was a sign of royalty amongst Israel.
But I thought God didn't show no favoritism.
He doesn't show, he's not a respecter of persons in judgment.
But the Lord had favorites. Look at how he loved David, man. The Lord loved David, man. Look at how even the Lord, who did the Lord love? He said, all through the Lord, all through the New Testament, the Lord loved who? Who did the Lord love? The Lord loved John.
I thought he said,
Apostle John.
Stop and look what's going on. See, this brother came up, and as soon as he came up, Satan come up and take the word out. See, as soon as brothers come up, then they come like a pack of devils trying to.
I want to squash this. Which skin was the curse?
yeah, it does point out that the black was a curse.
This is Genesis.
The lady cried out, being black.
This is Genesis 25 and 25. Actually, I'll do 25 and 24. This is the story of Esau and Jacob for those who don't know. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
Red.
So
They described Esau very particularly. They said he came out red and he looked all hairy like a garment. And Esau means wasted away is he. So if he comes out red and hairy and they call him wasted away, then guess which skin is the curse?
And what
but
was
then,
wasted?
oh, I'm sorry.
His complexion was wasted. Melanin. That's what was wasted. That's why they called him that.
Didn't God love Esau and hated Jacob?
No, you got it backwards, brother.
He loved Jacob and hated Esau.
Right, I'm sorry. Right, I know it was one of them.
Get Exodus 2 and 25, because you said, no God respect. I'm going to show you who you respect.
Exodus 2 and 25. And the Most High looked upon the children of Israel, and the Most High had respect unto them.
See, so when people say God's not a respecter of persons, they don't know what that means. That means he don't respect nobody when it's time to judge him there. When it's time to get punished, he don't respect nada. But he respects Israel as a whole. Us.
Ain't they the apple of his eye?
So, I mean, God is a man of war and a man of peace,
That's
right?
it.
I think the thing is, they make it so particular is that God made oil.
Yeah, he made everything, of course.
So he made oil.
No,
you guys,
wait a minute.
if you read the Bible, the Lord said, I made certain vessels. It breaks it down in Romans, right? Romans 9. I made vessels for destruction, and I made vessels for honor. What are these vessels? These vessels are people, man.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me break it down even easier, and I'll let you go ahead.
Which means God.
When you were a young boy, maybe like 10, 9, you played with like action figures, right? I did. I played with He-Man and G.I. Joes and all that. Did you?
Well, it was 2005 when I was 10.
You wasn't playing with no action figures?
No, bro.
Okay, well, we played with that. You played with action figures?
I had cars,
Yeah,
trucks,
yeah.
Okay, now,
cars and trucks.
when you was little, and you had like 2 G.I. Joes, right? One was always the good guy, and one was the bad guy, right?
Because always
And you
cops
made
and
them
robbers,
fight
man.
each other. So look, out of all them action figures, someone built them action figures, but you turned one good and one bad for the sake of, entertaining yourself, right? So even though God created all people, he made some to be good and some to be bad, because we're just the Most High's G.I. Joes.
Right, he said he's the creator of good and evil.
That's
Right.
right.
That's what. So if that's the case, then it's not really a fight. It's really just a balance, which means that just as good is just as bad, right?
Well, everything is
So just as
predetermined.
good you are, I mean, just as good as somebody is just as bad.
Well, we're all bad. Nobody's good.
Nobody's good.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So,
But
We're all
the thing
bad.
is, but the Lord picked some for forgiveness and salvation, and others He chose not. You got to understand, He
Yeah.
made promises to our
that's
forefathers that go way,
that's
way,
it.
way
That's
back.
the whole-
So how do y'all determine
The whole trick to
who's
this
a Israelite?
the whole trick
Spiritually,
to
man.
this is- the whole
Spiritually,
trick
the
to
wicked
this
shall
is
not understand.
that
If you get this, if you
the place
down
where
with
we
this,
live
you
at
understand the scriptures, you
so
got to
new
be the righteous, because the righteous
that
are the
it's
only
crazy
ones that are going to
when you
understand this
live
truth.
down in the
But
history.
nobody else gets it, man.
That's why it's like-
If people get it, if people got it, why we got thousands of people out here watching us tonight, man?
start only
This is
need to ask
important
yourself
stuff
the
what we're
source.
saying, man. So damn important. Nobody
Regardless
gives a
of-
shit. You know?
Regardless of, you know what I'm saying? Brother, it ain't always gonna be the parameters, my bad, parameters gonna be the street and ask yourself. That's the whole point of the whole situation, the whole point. And then, you know what I'm saying? So then, you be wondering, like, so when this time is over, who's making the new Bible?
You making a new one?
Who's making the new Bible?
Yeah, the Bible's gonna always be added to this book, man. Our new, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna change into, what we're gonna be, is gonna be added unto these scriptures
That's
in the world to
thing.
come.
And then where the prophets is, the prophets in front of us, and we seen.
You looking at the
I
Bible.
mean, how do you know? How do y'all know what y'all saying is true?
Because the Bible says now you might say, okay, we're gonna tell
It's
you.
like, that's
Hold on, man. Hold on.
It's
Hold on.
Hebrew.
We'll get to you. Calm down. So look,
It's
you
crazy
saying,
though, you
hold
know
on,
what I'm
hey,
saying?
calm down, brother. Sorry.
Hey, man, the truth is
look,
crazy, man.
So look, you said, how do we know that the Bible is true? Because the Bible has prophecies that have already came to pass, and you can look at them in history, you can see that it's true. So based on that, whatever the Bible says that's going to happen in the future, we believe it's going to happen.
There's prophecies that are unfolding right
But-
now
but-
that is in that book. You
But
know?
then
That's
we
why the
get
truth is so-
that
when
book
you
in
read the
slavery,
truth, man,
though?
It sounds crazy
No.
because it's foreign. You ain't never heard it, man. But it's
So
the
we
truth.
didn't get we didn't get the
it
Bible in
Here's
slavery.
what happened. This Bible was written thousands of years ago. Now, our people was the ones that wrote it.
You know, they translate.
I'm saying
No,
through
listen,
slavery,
listen.
black people didn't.
Let me break it down. I'll break it down. I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
We wrote this book. Okay, the apostles that was with Jesus, Yahushua, that wrote this Bible, I'm going to say Yahushua for the frequency. They wrote this Bible. Those are our people. Now, they died, and the Bible got passed down, and it got translated, okay, from the Hebrew to the Greek, which is the Septuagint. Then it went to the English, and then it went to Latin. Then it went
All
to
kinds of-
English. So during
Right.
the medieval period, they were changing the translations. So now we have the King James 1611. That was the most accurate translation. So we was in slavery around that time, right?
So you believe they was reading out the Bible before we came to
Now what
slavery.
happened
Talking about in
is,
America,
hold on. Yeah, now what happened is when we were in slavery,
in the medieval,
the white man took the Bible, hold on now, the white man took the Bible and told the slaves, said, you can only read the New Testament. You can't read the Old Testament. You can't read, you can only read what I tell you to read. So yeah, they pushed the Bible on us, but they cherry picked the Bible.
So if they use that in slavery, I mean, why should I trust that book? Because how can we make a connection with God if they use that?
But that's,
To
but they can
enslave
use
people.
anything. Any person
they knew
can
we
use
loved-
anything for good and make it evil.
They knew, what's the
Right,
Bible
but-
say? Doesn't the Bible say Israel has a zeal for God? So they knew automatically we had a zeal for God. And they knew that the Bible was our book, man. So they used that book to enslave us to it. They said, listen,
Right.
man, pick cotton
It's
good,
like
because if you
Peter-
don't, you're
I
going to go to
mean,
hell.
if they was feeding us all kind of bad food, giving us all kind of bad, stuff to eat or drink, I mean, why would they give us a Bible? I mean, if they was giving us everything they gave us good, I mean, everything they gave us bad, why would they all of a sudden give us something that's good?
Because they're slick. Let me give you the rainbow as an example. In the Bible, when God flooded the earth, he gave a rainbow afterward. He created the rainbow and said, this is a covenant to you. When you see this, when it rains a lot and then you see the rainbow, that's to show you that I'm not going to flood the earth again. What did the white man do to the rainbow? He turned it into wait a minute, follow me.
Okay.
He turned the rainbow into the homosexual flag, right? So now when you see the rainbow, you think of homos, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't think of what
so
the
he
God's
took
covenant.
what was good and made it evil. So during slavery, we couldn't talk back to him. So he told us this part of the Bible, I'm going to use it against you. Like where it says, servant, be subject to your masters. I'm going to use that against you. You see what I'm saying? He cherry picked.
So he took what was good, what was supposed to be for your benefit, and made it for your evil, man.
But I mean, but that's still, I'm not making a connection with God if he enslaved me. Just like you said in the floods, how did Noah get all them animals on the boat without all the animals even trying to fight?
If they're trying to what?
How did he get all the animals on the boat without the animals
If you looked
fighting?
at certain animals, right, so you had to keep certain animals, you had to have so many animals because you had animals for eating, right?
Well, what did they eat for 40 days? Because he had them
These
on the
animals,
boat.
man, they would have been, what was it, 7 animals out? And then you had pairs, 2
7 of the clean.
7 of the
and 2
clean,
of the
so you
unclean.
could eat, right? And then 2
But
of the
how
unclean.
did they eat? And
Man,
then
okay, let's say you got an elephant, right? Elephant's this big as hell, right? Well, how big's a baby elephant, man? What?
so they ate their babies?
They ain't putting no full-size shit on that.
No, they weren't eating their baby.
Well, how did they eat? Or how did they breathe? Because they said it was airtight.
The animals were not eating each other, okay?
That's what I'm saying. How come if you put 2 dogs out here right now, that'll be fighting, right or wrong? If you put 2 animals out here, right, a cat or a dog, wouldn't they be fighting?
I got dogs.
But how do you get all these animals on the boat
See, the
without
Most High
them trying to
can make
fight?
everything cool and calm.
thought
The
God
Most
was
High
the
can keep
patient
these
God.
animals calm.
But he can't keep the people calm? So why he can't, if he could keep the animals calm, how come he can't keep the people calm?
Let me show you. Genesis 9:1.
There's no way you can see my spirit. You're not God.
I can see your spirit.
There's
The
no way.
the eyes are the window to the soul, brother.
Who
Remember
told
that.
you that? Powerful.
The Bible said that.
Genesis
Who
9:1.
Right.
Most High
Who
blessed
wrote the
Noah
Bible?
and
That's
his
what I'm
sons.
saying. You
Hold
telling
on,
me
man.
that.
Hold
Hold
on,
on,
man.
listen,
The word
listen.
coming out.
Listen.
See, that's what I'm saying. Control your spirit. Go ahead.
And the Most High blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
Come on.
And the fear of you and the dread of
The
you
fear of you and the dread of you, go ahead.
shall be upon every beast of the earth.
See, all the animals had the fear of man. They feared man. They did what Noah said because they feared man. Now animals are cursed. They don't fear you. They attack you. In the beginning of time, animals, they bowed to you. They gave you reverence. A lion wouldn't just come up to you and attack you. Even a damn dog, a chihuahua will attack you now.
Yeah, try to bite
Chihuahua
your
would know.
So that's
a little
not their
dog should know
instinct?
better than to run up on a man.
I mean, but ain't that, I thought that was animals' instincts. How can we prove that that's not how they was back in the day?
I just
How can you
read
prove?
that again. Read that again. Then give me Isaiah 60.
No, that's not proving nothing.
It
That's
is.
just
I'm
telling me what. I mean, that's hearsay.
It's not hearsay. It's right here.
That's
Hearsay
hearsay.
is words out of a man's mouth to another man. One man's
I mean,
word against
somebody-
another.
I
This is
mean-
the words of the Most High.
How do you know that? Because they have a copyright stamp on there. That means somebody printed up that book.
Do you know what the word Bible means?
What do Bible mean?
The word Bible comes from the word
Books.
biblio, which means collection.
Bible
of
means
books.
book, a bunch
so
of
how can
books.
you place a copyright on a single book when it's not even a single book?
Well, how could the Bible be here for thousands of years?
You know why they
if-
copyright?
if-
You know why they is there a copyright in yours?
Yes, sir.
You know why that copyright is there? What does it say? Can you
It's
read it?
Thomas Nelson, and he's
Can I see it real quick?
He's been a publisher since 1798.
Thomas. So you know what this means?
What's that mean?
That means that Thomas Nelson took the time to take the words and put them on his paper and put the hardcover book together. That's all Thomas Nelson is saying he did.
Right.
So if you wrote a book, right, and it's your life story, and I took your book and I made it and I copied it myself in my printing
I got a
press
question.
and I labeled it, I can copyright your book, even though you wrote it.
That's true, but we talking about the words of God, though. You know what I'm saying? So who did God give him permission? Did God give him permission to put these words in his book?
The Most High see, we were going to be in slavery. We was going to be in slavery. The Most High knew this. So he allowed the heathens to get a hold of this book. But the book is encoded so tough that they couldn't even break it down. They couldn't understand it.
So
they let it ride because if the Bible said that the white man is the devil, it just said it plain out. The Caucasian European is the devil. Do you think they would have let this Bible see the light of day? Hell no. But it was encoded. Now what's your question real quick?
You ready for this, man?
Come on.
All right, man. Now think about this here. Now you want to go back all of this time. Now what about all these great philosophers that talked about psychology, sociology, and they were studying all this before they even designed the Bible, before the Bible was written, and they were studying humans and locking them up in rooms and doing testing on them before they did the Bible and figuring out what exactly it was that man needed to, sustain mental stability. So why isn't that part in the Bible? Why don't nobody know? It's never talking about the founding fathers of this knowledge of these people. It's like it's a big blank spot. And then the thing about it is a psychological thing. You got to think about it though, man, because the Buddhists, Islamic person, they would die for that. So you can't tell me that man doesn't believe in God.
I could come up with a religion.
Isn't that taking? So isn't this same theory?
But that doesn't mean anything.
And then it's another theory too. Then it's for men don't fear nothing on this earth. We was born.
Men don't fear nothing on this earth.
Death,
Are you
man.
lying?
Men fear that. Oh, why? Okay, why men? That's what I'm pointing out.
They don't know what's in the afterlife, man.
Exactly. That's the
But if you
point.
read the
That's
Bible,
why
you would
religion
know.
was created.
That's
Because
the
men
Bible
don't
says.
fear nothing on this
You know why I
earth.
said what I said?
Because you don't know what's gonna happen.
You just said men don't fear nothing on this earth.
Yes.
Why isn't everybody out robbing jewelry stores right now? Because your ass is gonna go to prison. You fear your ass getting towed up in prison. That's
Okay.
why you don't rob no bank or no jewelry store.
Okay.
So men fear.
That don't make
don't lie. Men fear.
Okay, men fear certain obstacles.
Yeah, men fear a
same
lot.
time, but he was on the thing. Before, I'm talking about before in the ages of time when men used to eat each other's faces and fight each other till the death. That's the time. No, that's the time where religion was created.
They would
because
only do
men
that
didn't
shit. That's
fear
what they said.
anything.
That's the heathen
Wait,
man, so they would
can I
take
finish
that-
this
take the
statement?
power of the
Can I
other
finish
man.
this statement? Let me finish this
He's
statement.
talking mad.
No, it's not. It's pure science, bro. It's
No, it's
history,
not.
bro. Think about this. Men
Yeah,
used to
it's his story.
so they used to fight each other till death. And then they said, well, look, you scared of this because you don't know what's gonna happen when you die. So you gotta fear death. So then once they figured out men fear what they didn't know, so they said, okay, well when you die, this is gonna happen. So then when that
Of course, the Catholic
now they
Church
got a
did
group
that
of
with
people.
us.
Now they got a group of people that they control everybody.
All right.
So it's a
But we're not
manipulation
going
tactic.
to spend the whole time dealing with that man.
Right, we don't want to talk about the It's
Matthew 13 and 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Because this whole book is written in parable, man. Okay? And he answered and
reason
said
for that.
unto them, because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it is not given. So the Lord chooses you. This book is hard to understand, man. This book is not written for any Tom, Dick, and Harry and any stupid mother effer to understand this book, man. Sir Thomas, like you want to talk about philosophy.
hard.
So if
I'ma
Sir
tell you
Isaac
why
Newton,
it's
which
hard.
according to your philosophies would be a wise man, he studied this book day and night to the day that motherfucker dropped dead, and he didn't know what the hell it was saying.
Have y'all ever?
That's one
Okay?
philosophy.
So the thing, they all don't.
Let's get back to
It
that
was
first point.
groups and laboratories.
Hold on, man.
Testing men until they
Listen,
broke,
man.
like
That's
they
why I
do in
said you got to
prison.
control your spirit.
Just like they do
Hold
in
on,
prison.
hold on, man. Hold on. You got to be quiet. I want to deal with what you said about the animals. Now, you just read Genesis 9 and read that again. Give me Isaiah 11 and 6. I'm going to show you two verses about the animals, and one in the beginning and one that's going to happen in the end.
Okay. What you about to prove to me about the animals?
Because you were saying, how can animals be in control?
How could they be in control, and how did they eat, and how did they breathe?
And I'll start at 2. Genesis 9 and 2. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered.
Into your hand are they delivered. So that's why they got. That's how they got onto the boat. Now give me. This is
Okay.
going to be in the future.
That's how they got onto the boat.
Isaiah
This is in the
11,
future.
verse 6. The
Now,
wolf.
wait a minute. Now, from that time to now, there's been a change. Because ain't no way now, if I built an ark the size of damn Woodward, ain't no animal gonna get in there unless I force them to get in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
not gonna
a snake
follow
will
me.
attack him, man. You go up to a
So what you're saying is God put a spirit over the animals
That's
to make
right.
it.
And he took it
Okay,
away.
so now I got another question.
Hold on, wait.
Is that
Hold
wrong?
on.
Because we
Hold
have
Hold on.
zoos.
All right.
Hold your
What
peace.
about zoos?
Hold on, see.
So,
Hold on, let him explain. Let him explain.
You're talking
Let him
madness.
explain. Let him explain this point.
Now, hold that question because we're gonna get to it. Now, he took the spirit off the animals. Now they attacked us, but he gonna put it back on them. Read this.
Okay.
It says
Hold it,
Isaiah
hold it.
11:6. The wolf also shall dwell with the
The
lamb.
wolf shall dwell with the lamb. The wolf and the lamb, that's predator
Mortal
and prey.
enemies means, man.
But they gonna chill together. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And the leopard shall lie down with the kid.
And the leopard shall lie down with the little lamb,
With the little kid.
which he would devour.
That's who they attack,
The
right?
little
When,
goat.
when you fight, when they were chasing after the antelope, what's the lion trying to get? The baby one, right? The easy one to get, the kid.
The little goat. Go ahead.
It says, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, the little child shall lead them.
Read that last part slower. Slow down.
And the calf and the young lion and the fatling together,
And the
little
fatling together,
and the little child shall lead
and the little
them.
child shall lead them. So a little, 4-year-old child will be able to mess with predators now.
It even says the hand will have the child shall have his hand on a cockatrice den, right? Now what's a
Right.
cockatrice? That's a so-called snake.
Okay, so that's how they ate on the boat for 40 days and for 40 nights.
No, they ate.
7 clean animals, you gotta say.
He had food, man.
I'm saying, but how did they eat? And then they gotta, after they eat, they gotta shit. So how did they shit after they eat? How did he control over that? And then how, because it doesn't make sense.
You're trying to prove that it didn't happen?
No, I'm trying to say that how did if he put a spirit over the animals to act a certain way, why don't he put a spirit over the people to do the same
But
thing
he's
that's
gonna.
out here?
He's gonna. See,
When?
that's all part of the scriptures. The reason why people act like animals is because
But
they
he
put
haven't
under-
done it before though.
They put under curses.
You saying he going to do it, but he's never done it before because he done it for the animals. If he done it for the animals, I don't see why he wouldn't do it
He's
to the
doing
people.
it right now. Give me.
You said we always bad. Earlier you said we always bad.
We still bad now.
So how is he doing it now if you said we was bad?
Okay, now. How can I put it? This system, right? This Western
Bible is
philosophy.
part of this system.
The what's the word I'm looking
This
for?
is a
for the
Western
beast?
religion.
The beast, what's known as the beast in Revelations, right? Is NATO and the EU. That's what you call European power structure. Okay?
Right.
Now, the reason why it's called the beast is because the Most High has made the European into a beast. When you say there's a difference between civilized and beast-like. If we are civilized, that means we can talk to each other. We're not, acting all crazy.
Absolutely.
Okay, all violent. That's beast-like nature.
Because a beast is to what? Devour.
A beast devours. Now, the white man's nature as a whole is beast-like. Everything he does is set around violence and destruction.
Devours it.
Look at your TV shows now, man. You can't watch a TV show that ain't got homosexuality, bestiality, or just violence in it. Video games, movies, everything.
So
This
why
whole
you watch
system
that?
is based around a beastly, uncivilized system.
So question: then how can we become a righteous people if we surrounded by all this madness? How can we become righteous
Because the Most High takes
by
certain
reading that
people.
book?
Because the book tells you how to act. The book tells you how to be righteous. You can't be righteous until you read the book.
And I'm gonna tell you something, brother. You cannot be fully righteous until
So
you
what
get
about
rid of that body,
pastors?
man.
But you said we was bad. You said we automatically
So how you-
bad. We surrounded by bad. So how can we ever be righteous?
When you get rid of the body, don't the Lord say He's
So
gonna
I have to die?
Why isn't this?
No, you
Some
don't have
of us
to
ain't
die.
gonna die. Doesn't say some of the
Well,
Lord
how
says some
else-
of you
well, how
gonna
else
be
do I get
transformed
rid of
in
the body?
twinkling of an eye.
Well, how else
When
do I
the,
get
when
rid
the
of the body?
so-called UFOs, you know about UFOs, right?
Yes, sir.
Those are the chariots of God. When they show up, if the Lord chose you, you're gonna go up in them.
Do you call it the mothership?
Well, you can call it the mothership, the
George
fathership.
Clinton.
Yeah, George Clinton called it the mothership.
Okay, is this called Mother Nature or
Yeah,
Father
this is
Nature?
Mother Earth.
This is Mother
Mother
Earth.
Nature.
This is where your body,
So-
that
This is your
corruptible
womb.
body.
So how come y'all leave the woman out the Holy Trinity?
Because the woman is
Because this earth
there's
gives
no
us
first of all,
everything,
there's
right?
no Trinity. There's no Trinity.
There's no Trinity?
No.
Okay.
The woman is
okay.
important But the woman,
She serves a purpose.
the earth is more important. Okay, the earth is called the Mother Earth, or the womb, your womb. Okay, where you die, you going back to the womb.
her.
Your mother, your physical mother, all she did was incubate your seed, the seed. Your father's
like
seed.
the dirt.
all.
She incubated your father's seed, and she brought it forth into this
She
world.
don't sustain life.
Dude.
No,
Yes,
the seed.
with the milk.
The
The milk
seed does.
sustains
Where'd she
life.
get the food to make that?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. How
The
many
milk sustains
how many
life.
women
If the
don't
baby,
breastfeed?
If the baby don't drink that milk, the
No,
baby
no,
dies.
no, no, no,
women
no.
breastfeed anymore.
Wait a minute, wait a
No,
minute. Calm down.
no.
Everybody's not breastfed.
No, I'm not saying necessarily. But if the baby
Why did they make
if the
fun?
baby doesn't get that milk, the baby dies.
But the milk doesn't come from the woman all the time.
Yeah, but that's
No, people
but
drink
yes,
Similac.
yes, they have to substitute for it,
And
but
it's synthetic. It's not real
it's
breast
still
milk.
right.
So,
It's
I
not.
got
So
a
you
question.
can live without
It's
real
not.
breast milk.
But
look,
the woman is the
Really,
one
y'all
is the
be out here
first
doing
teacher.
this. Why don't y'all go to those science laboratories where they actually doing some crazy stuff for real?
That's
We know
what we'll
what
do
they-
that
they
next week.
protest.
We'll do that next week.
Please go up there where they really
We
doing
know what they're doing.
But
What
look,
we call
downtown
Cimarron.
Detroit.
But look,
It's not proving no point to us. You know what I'm saying?
woman-
We here listening to the same thing over and over.
okay,
You gotta
the
know that
woman's
we heard this
job
stuff
is
before.
to bring forth the child and raise the child.
Yeah, what's
She
a-
has a vital position.
What's a woman supposed to do? Take care of a man's kids, keep a man's house clean, prepare a man's meals, do a man's laundry. She
Jesus
was.
help me.
If you even look up the
That's what I'm
word
saying.
woman
The
definition, it
goddamn
says
bodybuilder
servant.
chicks.
The
Who
woman,
was she a servant?
What about that?
She was created for a man. Wasn't
Wait a minute.
Eve created for Adam
No,
Wait a
for a
minute.
helper?
What
no,
about the
no,
figure
no,
Has a
no,
right to
Okay, so
marry?
where do you
All right,
get
let me
your
explain
understanding?
Let me show you
Why
something.
do
Even the
women
other
body-
nations
No,
know this.
science proved that a man, that
Right,
anybody
Well, let
come
me
from
tell-
a man.
Let me tell
There's
you
no
this, because
science
you're
that
not going to believe
proves.
anything anyways. Let me tell
Okay.
you this. Even the Germans, other nations know that women are servants. The German word for woman is Mädchen. But you know how in the German language they have feminine, neutral, and masculine verbs or nouns? Well, guess what? Mädchen, woman, is neutral. It's not feminine because Mädchen goes back to the word servant in
Jesus
German.
is a feminine name
So you
because they
your
call him
woman your
Jesus.
servant?
But that's not his
But-
real name. That's not his real name.
Right, his
The
real
woman's supposed to
name.
call
I
him
know.
name what?
Well, he
So
mentioned
why-
Jacob earlier because
But
I
these
know
bitch- you ain't gonna get
James
these
wasn't
bitches to
created
fall
to
in line.
Why is
fight.
Jacob-
every
Jacob's
war-
not his name.
Why is
Jacob's
every
the-
war
Yaakov.
all for women
Well,
then?
yeah, Yaakov, yeah.
Many men have lost their wits over a woman.
Now,
Why?
now hold
so
on.
every war,
Hold on,
can't-
man.
we
Don't
can't-
deal
I'm not-
with that.
he been
The
talking to me.
woman.
How you gonna tell me? he
No,
been
we're
talking
not
to me?
dealing with you, man.
Yes,
Because
you
you are
can.
you
How
are
you gonna say
spirits.
me?
Because
No,
you got
I'm not.
spirits on you.
No, you got
You're not
spirits on
right.
you, bro.
You're not right.
All right,
Not right.
let him say what
You
he
see
let
how
him
you
get it
coming?
out.
You trying to see how you smiling like that? A just man smiling for little. Okay, now
It's funny, dog.
back to what we're talking about. The woman's place is important. You got some Israelites that say the woman ain't worth nothing. They going off. The woman's place is important, but the man's place is more important.
More important.
Why would the
See?
man be more important?
Because okay,
Because-
back to childbirth. You have
Okay.
seed, sperm. Without your sperm, two women can never produce a baby. Just like two men can never produce a baby. But your sperm has the life in it.
a woman could produce a baby without no man.
Without no sperm?
If you
How?
look up parthogenesis, and it teaches the black woman is the only woman that can do
Why, through the Bartholin gland?
from they bone marrow.
Look, the
From they bone
Bartholin
marrow.
gland is it
When
just
they burn, they
creates-
bone marrow creates
The
sperm.
Bartholin gland secretes a liquid, okay, to lubricate. That's all it is. It's a lubrication, like KY jelly. Okay, KY jelly can't produce anything.
If you look up parthogenesis and you study parthogenesis, you'll
So my
it'll
next
tell
question
you.
is this.
Okay.
Okay, I'll admit I haven't studied parthogenesis, but my next question is this. If what you're saying is correct, why is it 2016 and we have yet to see a woman produce a baby on her own without any
Never.
sperm?
Okay, so if that's the case, how come we never seen nobody take a rib from a man
Wait
and
a
produce
minute.
a female?
But because that never happened.
That's
That
what I'm
never
saying.
happened. Wait.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to calm down. First of all,
You know I caught you.
First of all, when they talk about the rib, make a woman, that's an analogy, a metaphor.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
rappers use metaphors. It's a metaphor. It's not literal. Now, you just answered my question with another question.
Okay.
So answer my question. How come it's 2016 and we have yet to see a woman create a child without sperm?
Because now that the man here, she don't need to do that.
The man always been
She
here.
always throwing the man out.
No, the woman was here first. The
She
woman
don't
was
want that
here first.
motherfucking man.
Well, why do women gotta go to sperm banks, even lesbian couples? Why don't the lesbian couple just go do your science?
They can't do it no more. But just look how the vagina is created. The clitoris ain't nothing but a small penis.
I mean, sometimes the ones that's large can look
And
like
then
It look like it.
exactly.
look like
that's
one.
what I'm trying
I'll
to
give
say.
you that. I'll give you that.
And the woman is the only person that could play both roles to the child. She could play the woman
she
role
cannot.
and she
A
could play the
woman
man
cannot
role.
play. Do you ever see Boys in the Hood?
She can't play the
You
man
ever see
role
Boys
to the
in the Hood?
child.
Tell me you saw Boys in the Hood.
She can't
what
teach.
What
she
did the
can't-
Bible say to Trey? Trey, I can't teach you how to be a man. That's what
Exactly.
your daddy's for.
But what about the daughter?
So a woman
What
cannot.
about the daughter? She still can play the father role to the daughter.
No,
I
she
mean,
can't.
she can play both roles.
No, why?
She been forced to play the
Let me
father
explain-
role.
let me explain
She's
it.
been forced
A
to
woman,
play.
a single mother with a daughter. Why do you think most of these women out here are whores? Because the mother tried to play the father. The father's the one to teach the girl how to get a right man, not to just get any man and be screwing any man. But the mother raised the daughters. That's why you got so many whores. Because obviously the mother can't play both roles.
So how is it the man is more important
That's what happened.
if the father always
is the
leave the
ruler.
child
Now
with
why
the
did that
mother?
happen? Now why did that happen?
Nobody
Give me Deuteronomy 28.
Because y'all said the man played a better role than the woman. So and the woman played a better role to the man, if you ask me.
Hold on, bro. It's a big section mission when it comes to these women.
Now I'm gonna show you what you just said. Why does the father always leave? That's in the scriptures. That's part of the curse.
Right, but you said the man play a significant role more than the woman do when it comes down to
Yeah.
birth.
Yeah, because he has the sperm.
But he's not there. Just
So why
just
do they
like
get the
just
kid
like
automatically to the
Jesus,
home?
just,
down there.
just like Jesus.
Huh?
You always just be on the other corner. You guys move.
We separate.
Oh, yeah.
We split up ground so we cover more ground.
Hey, you're doing your thing.
All right. So now you said, why does a man play a more vital role in
Right.
childbirth? Because of sperm. Because it's your sperm. I know what you're saying, this theory, that theory, but all that has never been factualized. It's never
Well, the
been
sperm-
solidified.
The sperm or the semen is nothing but an electrical charge to the egg because actually you sitting inside your mother. You sitting inside the eggs. It's not
No.
you sitting inside the sperm.
Science will
You
tell
can
you.
look it
Science
up.
will
You
even
can
back
look it
this
up.
up.
You can look
the
it
sperm
up.
is alive. Have you ever looked at sperm? I mean, you probably never looked at sperm.
Nothing
through a
but an
through a
electrical
microscope.
charge.
Sperm is alive.
You don't know. Okay, and science can also prove that a woman have all her potential kids from birth. She has all her potential kids from birth.
But she
Now
needs
when
the
do a
sperm
man
to give it?
When do a man create sperm? Because she can have a baby
sperm.
at a
A
young
lot of
age.
dudes can't eat. A lot of dudes shoot black. What about all the niggas that shoot
Because a woman can produce a baby at a young age. A man can't. You see what I'm saying?
A man can never-
An older man could come to a
Wait a
younger
minute, a woman
woman.
can't produce a baby at a young age. She has to
Once she
have her.
start,
She has
having
to
her
bleed
menstrual.
first.
That's
Wait,
what I'm saying.
how old
That's what
is
I'm
they?
saying.
So just like the
How
man
old
has
they start
to,
bleeding?
wait a minute.
How
Just
old?
like the man has to go through puberty to get sperm.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
But the woman, what I'm trying to say is the woman matures faster than the man.
But what does that mean in the overall course of things?
Well, we was talking about the man playing a significant
The
role over
woman
the
might
mother.
mature faster than the man as far as like knowing right